Hi everybody, it's Wednesday the 23rd of November 2016. Here with Property Chat, James Alexander. It's autumn statement day. Here's the news for property. Stand by. Okay, so today in the autumn statement, the Chancellor's made some new headlines for property. A couple of ones that are not quite as significant for the industry but worth mentioning. First one is 2.3 billion housing infrastructure fund to help provide 100,000 new homes in high demand areas. And the second one is 1.4 billion pounds to deliver 40,000 extra affordable homes. The definition of affordable home is a subject for another day, as we know. The big industry news, of course, is there's a ban on upfront fees for letting agents for tenants. This is going to come as a huge shock for some of the big corporates who charge massive administration fees to tenants. If I take you back in time though, many years ago, going back about 25 years now, we didn't charge administration fees to tenants at all. And what happened was that newcomers came along and were offering landlords lower and lower fees, and we couldn't work out for a while how they were doing this, and it turns out that they were charging the tenants instead of the landlords the bulk of their fees for their service. So we had no choice but to introduce tenant fees in order to offer a landlord a service which looked comparable in terms of price. Interestingly, what this now does is flips it on its head, and of course the fees that are now missing from tenants will have to be either absorbed by the letting agents or paid by the landlord. In the long term, I suspect that they will be borne by the landlord, and in the meantime I think many letting agents, I mentioned this morning on social media that I thought it would be interesting to watch the share price of some of the big PLC estate agencies, and sure enough, the big boys are down by over 10% within a half an hour this morning, so that's interesting. But I do think that it's a fair cop. I think in the end, many letting agents are charging too high fees, and it's just not fair. You know, the Prime Minister Theresa May did say that she was looking to help the jams. They're just about making it. And this is one way that she can. Now, you could argue, and some letting agents will argue, that of course rents will have to go up because the landlords will have to absorb this higher cost, and then that will be passed on to the tenants in the forms of higher rent. Well, that may be true, but the difference is that that will at least be addressed over the course of a year's rent and not as an upfront expense in a very expensive time for tenants to be renting anyway. So we're not against the idea. We understand the premise. It does bring with it its problems, and we look forward to seeing the fine detail, which should come out soon. It'll be interesting to see how soon and what the bare bones of it is, so that we know what can be charged for and what can't. We'll report back to you then. Thanks for watching. We'll speak to you soon.